all. The course which designed by the modern digital technology. So, I, Professor Amruta Bhandari, welcome you all. In this course, I will be explaining you my module. My module name is Education by Virtual Learning. So, let's go to the PPT. Okay.
Okay, so let me share my PPT. Okay, so is it visible? I guess it is visible. So Pratibha College of Commerce and Computer Studies organizes a course on modern digital technology. So in this course, I am going to deliver a lecture on education by virtual learning. So let's move towards first difference. So what is exactly meaning of virtual learning versus virtual campus? So whatever we are doing right now means we are delivering lecture online, and students are attending lecture online. So we are using digital era for education purpose, for exchanging knowledge. So what is exactly the meaning of virtual learning versus virtual campus? So let's jump to the difference. So first, very basic difference between this virtual campus and virtual learning environment is a virtual campus provides university courses. Okay, while the name virtual learning environment does not restrict the scope of any level. So university level courses which are designed by the university itself and uploaded those courses in their website. So this is restricted. This is called as a virtual campus. And second thing, what is virtual learning environment? So there is no any university interfere in this virtual learning environment. You are free to free to learn anything from this digital world through this digital network. And this is the sole difference between virtual campus and virtual learning environment. So next difference is a virtual campus covers a set of courses, often a whole diploma programs, while the virtual learning environment can be used for smaller curricula. Means whatever the courses designed by the university, whether it may be diploma course, whether it may be the degree course, that has to be some specific time span. Means 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 4 year. So courses time span is there, and all assignments, quizzes, submissions, all these things are there in this virtual campus. But in the virtual learning environment, this curricula is not there. Okay, so you can be able to you can be able to learn the concept in 5 days, in 10 days, in 20 days, or in 30 days. So this is the sole difference between virtual campus and virtual learning. So next, we will go to the next slide. So next slide says a virtual learning environment is designed information space. So what is exactly meaning of information space? So we are living in this digital era. So today we will use mobile phone. So in the morning session, we will use this mobile phone. After waking up, we will go for the mobile phone and we will check the news. So what is exactly mean by this news? So this news is nothing but the digital content which is there for you. Means जो सुबह उठ के हम जो न्यूज़पेपर देखते हैं, तो अभी होता क्या है कि हम मोबाइल फोन निकाल के we will check the WhatsApp, we will check the social media for the updation. Okay, next point is that virtual campus, virtual learning environment are not restricted for the distance education. So I can deliver my lecture throughout the world, means out of India, in my state, in my nearby home. So I can deliver lecture wherever I want to, wherever I'm here, means I'm sitting at my home and I'm delivering this lecture to you all, and you are sitting at your locality. So this distance barrier is not there in the virtual learning environment. Third point is what? The virtual environment overlaps the physical environment. And last point is virtual learning environment is a social space. So with the help of social media and with the help of information, we can be able to learn through this virtual platform. Okay. So next question arises is, will virtual learning environment improve education system? So virtual learning uses digital technology to improve the learning process. Example of virtual learning tools includes online courses, content platforms, and MOOCs. So all these are the examples related to the virtual learning. Means through these online courses, through this online platform, through this content, and through this MOOCs, we can be able to learn. Next solution for this question is, these tools can save your organization time and money and give more people access to the specific learning they need to do their jobs. Means one student is there and he is doing job and he won't be able to attend your physical lecture. So what you can do, you can record your lecture and you can share this lecture link to the all students which are there, which are doing their jobs. Okay, so this platform will improve education. Definitely, it will improve education. Okay, at some extent, this platform may face any problem. Might there might be the there might be the chances of network failure. There might be the chances of line failure, but this platform definitely improves education system in the future era. So, however, the technology used have to be chosen and implemented with care. So, all things comes with the pros and cons. So, virtual learning also comes with cons. So, we have to take care, we have to choose, we have to implement this technology with the proper care. And organizations that get the most value from the virtual learning have clear learning strategies and use technologies flexible and support them. So we have to first as a teacher and first as a student, we have to user friend, we have to be a user friendly with this application so that we can be comfortably attain a lecture, we can comfortably deliver a lecture. So organization as well as um, faculties as well as students has to be user friendly with the environment which we are going to use. Okay, and last but not the least, all above are for two purposes. So they create culture of learning and encourage everyone to adopt effective learning habit. So in conclusion, what is the meaning of this virtual learning environment? This environment will create a culture for the learning as well as it will give you a very healthy and effective learning habit. Okay, so next we will discuss this learning management system. So what is exactly the meaning of learning management system? Many organizations uses a learning management system to provide a virtual learning. This is a software application. So LMS, the short form of learning management system is LMS. So LMS is a software application that can deliver a range of chosen by the organization. Example of LMS are Moodle, OpenEDX, Canvas. Okay, so I guess you all are aware about these three platforms. There are many more LMS applications are there out in the market. So we are just enlightening and highlighting these three only. So next, what is e-learning? So what is the difference between virtual learning environment and what is exactly the meaning of e-learning that we will discuss here. The term e-learning is a short of electronic learning. This refers to learning through digital resources that are delivered online. So digital resources which are using for learning purpose are nothing but the computer systems, mobile phone, your laptop, all these electronic gadgets, all these resources which are using for the learning and delivering and attending lecture is nothing but it is nothing but the e-learning. Okay, so types of e-learning. So first type is synchronous e-learning. So what is exactly the meaning of synchronous? So multiple learners take part at the same time. They can often interact with one another and with the person leading the session. So once you are the teacher, you are organizer. So you organize a meeting and multiple means all your students are attending it. So this is nothing but the synchronous e-learning. Second thing, asynchronous e-learning. Second type of e-learning is asynchronous e-learning. So this can provide people with more choices about their learning. It is done by individual learners wherever they want. So asynchronous learning comes under the individuality, and the synchronous learning is comes under the um, interactively learning. So in the campus or in this college, we are delivering the lectures online. So we as a organizer, we as a leading person, and all other students are our multiple learners. So this is comes under synchronous e-learning. But whenever you chosen any course which is online, which is provided by YouTube, which is provided by NPTEL, whatever it may be, whatever the learning platform you are using, so this comes under individual learners. So you are the individual, and the recorded lectures are there at this websites. So you just have to register, and you just attend those lectures wherever you want, and whenever you want and wherever you are. Okay. So this is comes under asynchronous. So synchronous and asynchronous are the two types of e-learning. So let's move to the next slide. So 4 ways to make virtual learning work. So what are which are these 4 ways that we will discuss? So first, very basic virtual learning requirement is equip and support. So student or teacher should be have equipment, a gadget with us, with themselves. So be sure that everyone has the equipment and access they need, and that support is available if they run into problem. Means if you face any network issue, so you should have the backup plan. If you face any maintenance related query, so you should need a support system for that. So all these things you require is basic and mandatory for the virtual learning work. Next thing which you require for attending online lectures or for learning through this virtual era is train with the technology. So make sure that everyone has appropriate training to use the tools you provide. Some people may lack experience and confidence with these digital tools. So nowadays you should be properly capture whatever the training is given by your institute as well as your teachers. So this is the basic requirement of virtual learning. So you should be user friendly with your software, with your gadget, whatever you are handling, whatever the application software which you are using. So third point is what? Get organized. So encourage people to schedule time for virtual learning. Using time management techniques will help them to devote enough quality time to their learning. So encourage people to schedule time for the virtual learning. So this is nothing but the get organized thing. So you should be required this in your virtual learning. And last point, last way to make virtual learning work is plan to learn. So make learning a key part of a personal goals and development plan. Agree learning targets that match your organization's need but also support people to direct their own learning. So don't learn for just getting a degree. Just learn to develop yourself. Learn virtually for developing your personality along with your curriculum. So these four main requirements are there. These four main ways are there to make virtual learning work. So next we will see um, two application software. We will have this hands-on session. For that, I will move towards. Yes. Okay. So let me share my screen again. So okay. Okay. I will go to the Google Chrome. I will type this Zoom. Okay. And I will go to the Zoom website. Okay. So what is the Zoom? What is this Zoom? Zoom is a video conferencing app where you can schedule a meeting, join a meeting, host a meeting. Okay, so I will host a meeting with the video on. So I will sign in with my Google account. Okay, so this platform will be there. So you just need to be aware about this platform. So what is exactly the meaning of scheduling a meeting, join a meeting and host a meeting? So I personally want to host a meeting with the video on. So what I will do, I will go for this video on and this application will be start downloading at my system. Okay, so yes, application is downloaded, download is completed. So I will go to the show file. I will install it. Okay. Okay. So installation is done and my app, Zoom app is open. Okay. So join with computer audio, test your speaker. Yes, I will select this option. Yes. Okay. So this platform is there. Uh, at left corner, I have this mute and start video option. So whenever I want to uh, unmute or mute myself, so I will go through this option. And if this platform is open, so I need to I need participant for joining my lecture. So I will invite those participant through this participant option. So I will just click on this participants option. I will just click on this invite button and I will get this window open. So I will call my students. I will invite my students through this default email or email or Yahoo email, or else I can copy this URL and I will paste this URL on Telegram, Snapchats, Instagram or WhatsApp application or any other social media application. So so this is the thing. And next what we can do, we can have this security option. So in this security option we will have few options. So lock meeting. So once you lock this meeting, so nobody can enter, nobody can exit. After that, enable waiting room. So we can be able to see who is waiting in this lobby, who is waiting in the waiting room. Okay, next, hide profile picture. So you can hide this profile picture. Next, you can have this share screen, chat, rename themselves, unmute themselves, and start video option. So once you organize this, once you schedule any meeting, and whenever the people are joining, so there might be a chance to that उनका मोबाइल फोन अनम्यूट हुआ होगा, तो you will face a problem. ठीक है, so for unmuting themselves, or for muting themselves, we Zoom will provide you an options. Okay, next, you can have this share screen option. So you can be able to share your application window. So I will select this whiteboard. So with the help of this whiteboard, I will properly explain whatever my point is there. Okay, next, I can communicate with my students, I can communicate with my teacher through this meeting chat option. So chat window, I will open this chat window. At bottom, at left bottom, I have this two and this everyone. So if I have to send message to a particular person or particular students, then I will select uh, that person's email ID through this select drop down option, and I will type a message, and I will share that message to that particular person only. So this option is provided by the Zoom itself. After that, I can share files. I can have these many options listed over there. So participants can chat with. I can select this no one, host only, everyone publicly, and directly. So I can make setting of chit chatting over here. Means no one can text, no one can chat irrespectively to the topic. So this option is there in a Zoom. So I will close this chat window, and if my students are giving me proper answers, my students are encouraging me, or my teachers are encouraging me, so I will have this reaction option. So I will either clap it, I will thumbs up, I will smile if teacher says a joke, or if any students told you a joke. So I will have this many reactions. If any student want to ask any question to that teacher, then raise hand option is there. So with the help of this raise hand, you can be able to identify yourself. You can be able to communicate with your mentor, teachers, and respective organizers. So all these things options are there in the Zoom meeting. So Zoom meeting is secured. It will give you access to invite a people of your class, or your what we can say from your class. So you can just have to copy this invite link, or you can just invite your students through this email address. So no one can be entered without permission, until and unless you have to share this meeting password to them. So जिनके पास ये मीटिंग पासवर्ड है, वही लोग आपकी मीटिंग ज्वाइन कर पाते हैं, or else nobody can enter your class. So this is all about Zoom. So we can close that. You can have this end meeting for all, leave meeting, or cancel. If you just want to leave meeting and you want to continue that meeting ahead, so you just leave meeting. If you want to end meeting for all, means you are terminating everybody from this meeting. So I will do this end meeting for all. Okay, next I will jump towards next I will jump towards Microsoft Teams. So I will go on this Microsoft Teams. I will click on this. I will go to the respective teams. And if I want to share, if I want to schedule any meeting, let us suppose this teams of mine, I want to share, I want to schedule a meeting for this class. So I will go for this respective teams, which I have listed over there. This teams icon is there at the left bar, at the left side of your screen. So this teams option I can have. So I just go to that teams option. I can go to the respective teams. I can, and in that respective team, few options are there. So topmost line, you can see few options are there in the topmost. So general, post, file, class notebook, assignments, grant, insights. So all these options are comes with the facilities, so that we will discuss later. So here I will have this meet option. So I can directly go to this meet now, or I can schedule a meeting. So I will schedule this meeting. So for scheduling meeting, I will open this platform. So I will write this. I will write a title for my meeting. So I will write this title, and I will schedule a meeting. So scheduling date will be chosen by this calendar option, and scheduling time will be there in the timer option. So I want to schedule a meeting on tomorrow at 12, 10 to 1 o'clock. Okay, so I would just want to set a time and date, and if any message I want to display, if any assignment, if any homework I want to give to them, so I will write this here. And if I want to add my location, so I will add this location over there. So these options are there, which Microsoft Teams will give me. So Microsoft Teams is basically Office 365 application. So Microsoft Teams comes with this Outlook, comes with this Google, various Microsoft applications. So this wherever you are scheduling any meeting, so you just go to this option. You just go through the yes. So after sending this, after setting all the information, means your meeting title, scheduling date, scheduling time. So you just need to send this notification. So you just need to send notification of your scheduled lecture to all your teams members. So suppose my students, means there are my 110 students are there in my team. So everybody will got notification of that scheduled lecture in their teams or Outlook. So this is nothing but the scheduling lecture. So if I want to put any information, if I want to share, if I want to share any file with my staff, so I will go to this file option. I will create this new folder. I will give the folder name. I will give this folder name assignment, and I will click on this upload option. I can choose file from my computer system and I can upload that file. Okay, so this is the facility provided by the Microsoft Teams. Okay, next we will see next option, this notification. So whatever I have, whatever the notification I got from the respective teams or respective Teams applications, that comes under this activity. So whatever the activity are scheduled previously and scheduled further, so all these comes with this activity bar. Next, chat. So with this chat I can have this personal chat, means these many students are communicate with me personally. Then Teams option, and next option is assignments. So in assignment option you can directly assign, you can directly give assignments to your students, and you can assign marks there itself. So you can create assignment. So bottom में एक option है create, you can select create and you can select assignment option over there. So I want to create an assignment for which class? Suppose for FYBPSCA class. So next, select a respective teams, and after selecting, press next, click next. Here you have to enter title. Okay, so assignment, I will write title over here, assignment 1. If any instruction I want to give to the students, I will enter those instructions here in this instructions text field. Next, if I want to give points for this assignment, if respective student will submit this assignment, so as soon as he submit or she submits, I will assign marks to that assignment. So here in point section I will put this 10 points. As soon as a student submitted, student will get 10 marks. Okay, so next, assign to which class, and particular students, if I want to assign this assignment to a particular students, or if I want to assign this assignments to all students. So these options are giving me here, and they due date. So I will select this due date from this calendar option. If I suppose due date of 5th February 2021, and due time, so before, on or before 12 p.m. So with this option, I can assign new assignment to the respective teams, and I will post notification for the particular channel. Channel means what? Here teams. Okay, so if I want to discard it, if I want to save it, or if I want to assign it, so these 3 options will be there in the new assignment thing. So I don't want to share this assignment, so this is my dummy assignment, so I will make it discard. It will ask you, are you sure you want to discard this assignment? I will click on this yes. After that, this assignment section is there. So with the help of this assignment, you can after selecting this assignment option, you can have these 2 options, like first is assignment and second is quiz. So either you can assign assignment to the students, or you can assign quizzes to the students through this Microsoft Teams itself. Okay, so next, calendar. So here this calendar will give you a notification and your scheduled lecture link. So tomorrow means here in the beginning of our Microsoft Teams, so I have scheduled one meeting, so which is on tomorrow at 12:10. So this meeting will be displayed here in the calendar. So whatever you have scheduled, whatever the means if you have scheduled tomorrow's meeting, if you have scheduled day after tomorrow's meeting, all these meetings scheduled are reflected in this calendar itself. Next, call. So whatever the means whatever the call history of yours, and that call history will be displayed in this panel, and this file session. So file section, in this file you can upload all these files related to your subject, related to your team. So all these things are there in the Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams and Zoom are the virtual platform they are giving us a scope of learning. So virtual learning environment goal is achieved by these two softwares. So there are many more softwares available for learning purpose, but these two main softwares which we are doing, which we are dealing right now, for the security purpose or for safety purpose, for learning purpose. So this is all about learn education by virtual learning. So I will post my questionnaires in the file section. So you just go through it and you just you just solve this quiz. Okay, so I will conclude this lecture for now. I hope you understood what is the exact meaning of virtual learning and environment, and what is the exact hands-on session are there in the Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So thank you. Thank you so much.